Alright, so today we are playing the unenviable joy of Slay the Spire, which basically is continuing on the tradition of roguelike trendsetters. Slay the Spire is, it's part of a genre of games that existed for a while, but basically Slay the Spire being so successful and very good, sort of created its own genre of clones, which you can find quite a lot of them on the App Store and everything else. So, but that's fine because it's a genre of game that I enjoy and I don't mind seeing more of. So, I specifically made an account, my super cursed account, for some super cursed Slay the Spire, which is good. And you have the option of 3 characters initially, although there is a 4th one. It's apparently coming at some point, but I know nothing of that. Me up a bit more. Is that? Hello? Hello? Better? Okay, cool. I say the mic isn't directly in front of me, so I can't quite gauge the distance. I guess it's fine. I can't really move it closer. I could do, but then it would sort of get in the way. And I think it's fine there. If it sounds okay, then that's fine, since it's out of the way. But yes, we start off with the basic character, who has the ability to heal himself at the end of combat, which is quite helpful, because trying to get the hang of this game is sort of a bit awkward at the beginning. Yes, we shall embark. We get the big long map of all the possible options that we have to take. So all the various paths, and once you basically pick a lane, you have to keep going along it and basically just making the choices that come up. But once you go, you're gone. So, if you're playing this first time, the best recommendation is to try and go for the unknowns, because unknown rooms usually have their events of some kind, and a lot of them are just ways to get easy gold, easy items, things like that. They can also just be enemies, so be aware, they can jip you over. But yes, there's usually quite a few of them. But if you are an elite gamer like myself, what you want is to fight elites, because elites are much stronger fights, but they're basically guaranteed to give you an item. So that's more reliable than trying to aim for these. Usually, aiming for unknowns is fine, but elites are where you want to be. So you try and want to aim for the track that lets you hit multiple elites if you can. So that would be that route there. So we can go along here. So yeah, because you sort of know everything that's coming, you can just sort of plan your route for the whole journey. So yeah, we have unknowns, we have these, we have basic fights, which are just non-lethal enemies, where you would hope, so. Merchants, where you can just go to a store and buy things and upgrade things. Well, you can't upgrade things, buy things and remove cards. And then the fire is where you can upgrade. You can either get HP back, or you can upgrade cards. So, going into a fight, we're having the nice little tutorial. Music is still loud. Well, I'm currently in the tutorial, so bear with me. But yes, you defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Wow. Cards require energy to play. At the start of your turn, new cards drawn, your energy is replenished. Yep. Sorry, I can explain this in a second. Turn the volume down a bit more. It's strange the way I've set this recording up, because the game is way quieter than I am to me, but that's fine. I don't need to hear the game. So, in your bottom corner, you have your energy, and you have the current energy that you can spend, which is it's usually 3 of 3. Every character has this, where you just get three energy to spend. Your cards, you always start off with a basic deck of cards, usually made up of a lot of defense, strikes, and then 1 or 2 special cards. And what you can do is see what the enemies are going to do. So we see that this enemy is being strategic, which is that he intends to use a buff. Now, unless you know what the enemy already does, the buff is usually sort of vague. So you don't actually know specifically what this buff is, but we can assume it's something that will help it. And then this one is intending to attack for 7 damage. So what you would want to do is you go, oh, well, he's going to hit me for 7 damage. So if I gain block, we now are preventing 5 damage. So if we do 2 blocks, we're now preventing 10, so he will not even touch us. However, then we only have 1 to spend on one of these. We can't do that. But that's fine. We will use our strike to deal 6 damage. Oh, and these have a special thing where when they receive damage, they gain block as well, but only once. Basically just to stop you killing them immediately, usually. Then we end our turn, it passes back to them. So he will grow. Means he will get stronger. And he will attack. So, and at the end of your turn, block. Disappears. So, once again, nice healthy damage, so we can just block through it. And then because we did damage to this one previously, we can knock him out. And there we go. So, the beginning of the game is quite straightforward. No more cards. Oh yes, once you run out of cards in your deck, you'll just shuffle everything back in. So anything that gets added to your discard pile, you won't see until you shuffle your whole deck back in. If that makes sense. Just keep up the standard formation. Yes, it is a tutorial. Well, it's not so much a tutorial as it's just the sort of the first fight. And then at the end of the fight, you get your gold, and you get to pick a card at the start of every fight. And you can choose not to take a card. But you can either deal damage equal to your block, which is pretty decent when you can gain 10 block. Apply 3 weak and vulnerable. Weak is they do less damage, and vulnerable is they take more damage. So that just staggers them, basically. And exhaust means that once you play it, it's gone for the rest of the fight. It's still in the deck, but you only get to use it once a fight. And that's basically deal 9 damage randomly, split around. Let's try Body Slam. This seems fun. And we're back to fighting. Fight 2. Against a slightly larger creature, which is a jaw worm. See, he's doing 11 damage, which is slightly annoying, because we can block it twice, but then we'll still take 1 damage. Fortunately, we have our nifty starting item that means that we can heal at the end of the combat, so we can negate some of that. So it's fine to just take a damage. Okay, and yes, thankfully he'll be a bit nicer and only attack for 7, so what we can do is do our block, and then we could do our shield slam for a healthy 10 damage. That is a very adventure quest. That is very a baby Frogzard, indeed. Well, it doesn't look like it has any eye. Like, I don't know if those are eyes or just sort of spots. It's not. I think they look more like spots. Anyway, so we can either deal 12 damage or deal 10. I think I'll just it's the unfortunate effect of Body Slam. If you're not trying to gain the block, it's not especially good. He will bellow. Make him stronger. Increase attack damage by 3. Now he's attacking for 10. So what we can do is we can only block for 5, but then we can do this to deal 8 damage and apply vulnerable. Means our later attacks will do 50% more damage. So hopefully we might be able to just swing him out. 50% more. So these are both doing 9. That's not quite enough. And the 10 would be doing 15, so that is also not quite enough. Might as well just hit for... Oh. Unfortunately, 50% above 0 is still 0, so Body Slam does not do any extra damage. But then we can just hit him and smack. Whoa! Obviously, the Ironclad Warrior is a very technical and complicated character. That's it, so now we have potions. We can drink or throw potions during combat, and they stay between rooms. So yes, they are up here. We get extra potion slots. And when you use it, it does whatever it does, which is gain 2 strength. And strength is just, you do damage, 2 extra damage with every attack. We get more picks. Random attack card to your hand, it costs 0 this turn. Exhaust. No, attack cards are usually, well, they're usually pretty, well, not necessarily. But yes, I don't really like having random cards. This one's pretty good because it does damage. Well, both these are good because they do damage to everything. This one also applies as vulnerable, so if we're going to follow up with more attacks, it will do extra damage. But then again, the difference of 4. Let's take leave. Usually it's good to have a damage everything spell or ability. Alright, so we have our shop here. We can buy a number of cards. Well, it's just a standard sort of deck building game, the start thing. You just sort of... A lot of it comes with knowing what cards are good and what cards are bad, but it doesn't hurt to just experiment and try what you think looks fun. Entrench would be fun, except we don't really have a way to sort of stack armor, so we have Shrug It Off that's on sale, which gain 8 block and draw 1 card, which goes well with our body slam, so we'll take that, and then we can get what I think is one of the better cards, gain 2 block and draw a card for free. So we basically just get free 2 armor, which it doesn't even lose us a card because we just replace it, which is nothing but value. So let's just take that. We're going to become strong armored person. This is one of the fun events. Walked into a room, you hear a gurgling and grinding of metals before you was a slime-like creature that ate too much scrap for its own good. From the center of the creature you see glints of strange light, perhaps something magical. It looks up and you get some. It looks like you can get some treasure if you just reach inside its opening. However, the acid and sharp objects may hurt. So we can lose 3 HP to roll the dice at getting a relic, which is entirely worth it. Well, now all we did is get burned, so now we lose slightly more health, a chance to get a slightly higher chance, which is even more worth it. We'll keep digging. All right. So relics are our little passive items. Grant unique bonuses and remaining throughout your run. After rummaging through the metal and burning acid, you finally grab a hold of a relic and yank it out. You pull your way out of the ooze damaged but rewarded. So here we get our max HP raised by 7. Wow. So yes, now we have 87 HP instead of 80. Which, HP up items are always useful because they automatically heal you by that amount as well. So it's a nifty little boost, and it will come in handy later, which I'll show you in a second. So, we look at the map. Oh, we got lucky actually. We found a chest in a mystery room, which is a free item. Start of each combat, heal 2 HP. So, with this and this, we are healing a full grand total of 8 HP every combat. Although we're doing it in kind of a weird order, because we're doing 2 at the beginning and 6 at the end, which probably 6 at the end is better, but it's nice to have a little top up at the beginning, I suppose. Alright, so now we have a campfire, where we take a nice sit down over by the fire. And so, you can either rest for 30% of your max HP, or upgrade a card. Now we're going to upgrade, but you can see if it's based on your max HP, then raising your max HP is actually quite good for resting, because then you heal slightly more. So it's a sort of weird fringe benefit, but it's quite good. So upgrade. We can either upgrade that to do 2 more, upgrade one of these to do 3. I always like upgrading a defend, because you are going to want to keep them. Because when you remove cards, you usually get rid of your basic strikes because you have a lot of other attack damage cards coming in, but you don't usually get many good block cards. You'd rather have more block than damage. Well, I think so. And especially when we have body slam. So I'm just going to upgrade one of these. And it's just more than what you get for upgrading finesse. Although Shrug It Off, it's the same Shrug It Off. We'd rather make one of our worst cards better than make our best cards good, I think. Gooder. Now we have to go down this path. More Gooder. So we can obtain the Golden Idol. It looks incredibly valuable. Are you sure don't see any traps nearby? So yes. if you couldn't tell, we're going to take an injury, but we get 25% more gold, which is actually really good to take early. So, alright, so we grab the idol and stow it away. A giant boulder smashes through the ceiling into the ground next to you. You realise that the floor is slanted downwards as the boulder starts to roll towards you. So we can either attempt to outrun it, at which point we will take an injury, which is a card that just sits in our deck and is unplayable. So if we draw it, we're just sort of stuck with it. We can either take 21 damage, which is a pretty hefty blow, or we can lose 6 max HP. I think we have a rest right afterwards, so we could take the damage and heal it, but or we could just take the damage and just ignore it and hope it's all fine. See, that's the real one. I'm supposed to fight 2 elites. Maybe that's not a good idea. Well, I'll take the damage because I'd rather keep more max HP for healing purposes. And then I think we rest here for 26 and go back up to 80. And then move along. So, you can see along here, no matter which way you choose, you always get a chest halfway through the level. This is on every level. Basically just a nice injection of golden items. So upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. So, oh, wrong one. In your deck you have attacks, which are usually things that do damage, and skills, which are usually things that don't do damage. So we pick this up, we get 2 random skills upgraded, which is good. Yeah, we upgrade 2 blocks. So we are now even tanker. More tank. Yes, give us our free block. Okay, so they're going to be doing 15 damage, so we're actually going to need both of these if we don't want to take any stray wounds, but we get to do 8 damage to both of them. Yes. Stab. Stab. I can speed up the animations. Faster. Probably. I won't worry about that for now. Ooh, we got our shield slam, our body slam, so we can shrug it off, defend, then slam for 16, and still block enough. Wow. Although he will spew some corrosive spit, which gives us a lovely curse. Oh, here it is, a status. Removed at the end of combat, so we can either pay 1 to get rid of it now, or we can just keep it and it will go away at the end of the combat, which I think I will, because we have better things to do. So we will bash the medium slime and then just defend from this. Oh, I could have just killed it. Oh, I'm dumb. Well, look, just flexing on the slime. The small slime. Don't worry. Nobody noticed. Nobody noticed. Nobody's watching, so it's fine. Power cards. So powers are once you play them while in combat. Oh, sorry, you're watching, so it's fine. When you play them in combat, they're passive effects like your relics that do whatever they say. So in this case, you lose 1 HP and deal 5 damage to all enemies. Or there's this one, which is you gain 2 vulnerable, so you take more damage for 2 turns, but in exchange you get an extra mana, extra energy every turn. Or we take this, which deals 2 damage for all cards containing strike. So that includes this card actually, so this does 8 damage. Then we have 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 18 damage that would be doing for 2, which seems quite good. But I think I like Berserk, because we're stacking a bunch of armor, so taking a little bit of extra damage for a few turns should be fine, but in exchange we can play more armor gain, so I think this is quite worth. And now we fight our first elite. The Lagavulin, who is currently asleep. How rude of him. So every turn he's just gaining 8 block for free. And that's not polite. So what we're going to do is we're going to stack up a healthy 18. And I'm actually going to drink one of these as well, so we're doing a little bit of extra damage. And give him a good old 20 damage smack. which he is no longer asleep. However, he is stunned, so he won't do anything on his turn because he just woke up. And now he's going to smack us for 18 damage. Might this be a time to play this? Well, we need it, sort of thing, so... Oh, God. Oh, no. May have been a bad plan. Ooh. Big blows. Oh, God, he's gonna do it again. I'm sorry. Just defend. We can either defend for more or apply vulnerable. I think we need to apply vulnerable. We need to grind him down as soon as we can. Big swing. Ugh. Okay, he's intending to inflict a powerful negative effect. Alright, draw an attack. Yes. So while he is doing that, we have an opening to just pile on with everything. Just some nice damage. So he's only down to 20, so hopefully Siphon Soul. So that reduced one of our strength and made it so that we get less block from armor. So... Oh, currently he's dealing 1 damage because of just 1 extra. Okay, we will gain 1 block and draw 1 card. Sue. He can strike, clear. Yeah, we're fine. 7, 14. More than 20, we're good. Ah, if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. So that's a nice sort of just free block if we can. And also, it gains more than the base defend card, so we can actually afford to not use a defend in order to attack and actually gain more armor. So that's quite a nice one to have. Although we do have quite a lot of armor gain in our deck, so it's probably not as helpful as it could be. Armor, double block. I don't think Entrenched is good. We don't have a lot of ways to passively gain armor, so we can't really make good use of this, I don't think. 6 damage. Now, while this may look nice as just a free deal 6 damage, it keeps copying itself, so eventually you just have a bunch of angers in your deck, and you don't really want that, because then you're not drawing any of your defense. Headbutt, put a card from your discard pile into your draw pile. So we can use this to recycle our best card, but only if we've already seen it. And otherwise it's just kind of a mediocre 9 damage. I'm okay. Let's skip a card. No, I didn't forget my reward, I just didn't want it. Hopefully this is a nice mystery. This is a nice mystery. So we can either heal 29 HP, which will take us up to maximum, either gain 5 max HP, which will take us up to 68 and 92, or obtain a relic, but get a bad curse that damages us every turn, or whenever we're holding it. Well, since we're about to run into another elite, I'm going to say I'm going to eat the banana. The donut does sound delicious. It's dripping with icing. So yes, I'm going to steal the banana. It's nutritious and slightly magical, healing you. And now we'll take on the elite. So here we have the merry 3 sentries, who will take turns going between doing negative effects and damaging. So let's get going with our defenses. We can do our nice finesse, defend, body slam combo. Actually, I think I'm going to use this one because this deal 10 damage to all enemies, so it's quite... That's actually 30 damage here, which is... That's some value. Knock him down to 12 straight away. So then we're going to get double debuffed, which is putting dead cards into the deck. So unplayable, but they're ethereal, which means that if it's in our hand at the end of turn, it just disappears. But fortunately, we don't see those until the deck shuffles back in, but that will be soon. So we can just kill him, which we should do, really. So now we can. We'll gain our 8 block, but now it's whether we want to make ourselves more vulnerable in exchange for gaining more energy, which I think should be quite helpful. So I'm going to use it in exchange for taking an extra 4 damage this round. Right, and we're back. Let's get some block. Do some damage. Well, so these have artifacts, so which means that they negate a debuff. So if we were to hit them with this, the 2 stacks of vulnerable won't actually go on. They will lose the artifact buff, but they won't actually take more damage. So it's probably more valuable actually to just double hit. Ooh. But actually I'm going to hit him, because if he's going to attack this turn, and then next turn we might be able to just kill him off, and then we won't have to defend because he'll be the one that's attacking. If that makes sense. Oof. Well, we can still manage to take him out, fortunately. Yes, we are getting quite dazed now. Fortunately, they do get burnt up, so we're not just going to get to a point where we have an insurmountable amount of dazes in the deck, but it sometimes feels like that. That's the power. Just having 1 extra energy means you can play your full hand surprisingly often, and it does help that we have our hand size being reduced by quite a significant amount. That's just rude. More days, more! Alright. Now we get to collect our relic. A happy flower. Every 3 turns, gain 1 energy. This carries over between fights. So if a fight only lasts 2 turns, then on the first turn of the next fight, you'll start off with 1 extra energy, which is quite useful as it keeps count next to it. Alright, so we have... Ooh! Gain 5 block, deal 5 damage. That's a nice 2-in-1 there. Grab that, because we would like to keep our block up as much as we can. Looter. We will go berserk upon this looter. And we are taking extra damage, so we'll try and knock him down. Oh, and he has thievery, which means that he steals our gold whenever he attacks. Which is very rude of him. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. Get a bash in, get some extra damage. We're taking slightly more damage, but we have our double healing going on, so we'll be able to negate some of that. So we can stop him taking too much of our gold. Be gone! We steal our gold back. We get a poison potion, which applies 6 poison. So poison is, they take 6 damage, then the poison goes down, so then next turn they'll take 5 damage, then they'll take 4 damage. So it's a lot of damage, but over a sort of extended period of time. And we get Fly Vulnerable a week. Deal 20 damage for 2 energy, but the cost of being ethereal, which means that if we don't play it, it goes away. Or we get Clash, which can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack. Deal 14 damage. So basically, if we play all of the defends in our hand, we get to play this for free. So we get a free 14 damage. But then again, if we're slimed or dazed, then we don't get to play it at all, which is the downside. I think I'll go with Clash, because we have the extra way to play out our hand, so usually we'll be able to get some clashing in. And because we're pretty healthy, we can upgrade something. We can upgrade Iron Wave and get extra block and extra damage. That's actually really good. What is this? Oh, that means we're only vulnerable for 1 less turn, so we'll take less damage. That's playing to play extra vulnerable. I think Iron Wave, because then it just makes it much more value to use. I know I said earlier that I upgrade the good cards and don't make, or upgrade the bad cards and don't keep making the good cards good, but I think having that one in particular is too good a chance not to miss up. So we have our boss, the Guardian. So he intends to block on his turn. Upon 30 damage, he changes to a defensive mode. So he actually shifts forms. So at the moment he's not actually trying to attack us. So actually, should I please one of these? I think. Strength. Good old strength. Just extra damage. He hasn't shifted yet. Destroy, destroy. 32 damage is quite a lot, so I'm hoping that once we get him to transform, we'll be fine. So we can body slam him. Bam! Oh, well, at which point he gains another 20 block, and our clash is a bit sad. Probably should have played the clash first, because it did slightly more damage. Well, now he has a sharp hide. Whenever you play attack, you take 3 damage, so he has a thorns going on. And he's attacking for a lot less, but we're taking damage when we attack him, right? Gain some finesse. We shall shrug it off. We shall defend. And we'll do this because we've got so much armor at the moment. So if I attack, I will lose 3, but that'll only put me to 15, so I can tank that. Oh, I can do this one. Right. I get the extra energy immediately, do I? Oh no, I just finessed. So then, we should be fine. 12 times 2. That is less fine. Please, defend me. Okay, right. Well, we can apply some more vulnerable at the cost of tanking some damage. I think we're just going to have to tank the damage and be done with it. Right, and he gets up in doing so. So, ooh, some good damage. So we now need to do 40 damage for him to go back into defense. So making him change forms cancels his attack, which we actually, yep, we can just do that straight away. So if I do it, oh, it doesn't matter, it won't make him change until he takes the damage. So a nice, get some solid bodying. Sharp hide again. So yes, he puts the sharp hide on as soon as he goes into defensive form. We get our extra energy from our sunflower. Just gain a bunch of armor, I suppose. It means we can attack and not worry about the damage, and he's still vulnerable, so that's fine. Turns out the pine cone is a lot less dangerous. 18 times 2. We can only defend for 5. So, unfortunately, we're basically going to lose that immediately. But that's fine. We will just damage him now. We get free block at the end of the turn, thanks to our Orichalcum. And then this should be good. We should be good to not take damage from this. Ah, no. I suppose I couldn't have done an extra damage because I had to spend everything to play the clash, so. But yeah, and thus we shall cleft him in twain. Alright, we get 100 gold, another potion, and a rare card. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Now that's what we're looking for, I think. That's actually pretty good. Lose HP and draw a card. There's lots of HP gain energy. No, I think we want this because we're trying to gain a lot of armor. So we gain an extra energy. So we start off with 4, but we can't rest anymore. We get a second life at 50% HP, or we transform 3 of our cards and upgrade them at random. Not being able to rest sounds like it's asking for trouble. I think just taking an extra life is fine. Yes, or taking RNG, random cards, yes. Right, new map, new enemies, what do we have? So where are our elites? Also, yes, I probably noticed it before, but if you highlight over a particular thing in the legend, it shows you where they all are on the map, which is quite helpful. So we can either go left or down the middle. Well, if we go down the middle, we hit a nice string of unknowns there. And we can go up via this way, or we can go via this way. Oh, this way. I'll hit a merchant first. We have to make use of our gold idol somehow. So it doesn't matter where we start. Of course. We have our Juggernaut. We'll take an extra damage from there for a bit, but we get to play the Clash, so... We have our healing, so it's fine to take a bit of extra damage here and there. And now we have our Juggernaut. Whenever we gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. So now Finesse is very good. Bam. And it makes these turns where we just sort of have a bunch of block not so bad, but even then we actually have things to do, so... I should have checked to see if we had anything else worth playing. No, it's fine. What's his powerful negative effect? From the Chosen, we are hexed. Whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle 1 dazed into your draw pile. And we only have 1 card left, so that's kind of sucky. Thankfully, Iron Wave is an attack that gains armor, so... Well, he's not actually planning to attack, so we can just fall in. This won't, yeah. Not quite, but we'll have him this time. Just make us weak and him strong. Wow, 21 damage. Well, it's a good thing you are done, sir. We're getting 3 gold. Also, the little number to the side shows how much extra we're getting from the golden idol. Just so that, you know, just to make you feel better about it, I suppose. The skill potion and adding a card. Can deal X damage, so it just uses all of our energy and then does 5 damage equal to that. We get a power that just does 1 damage at the end of our turn for every time we play attack. Well, I think this is good just for passive damage to everything. This is just an extra attack. Yeah, we'll have a go with that. Stick is strange. Ah, having a bunch of armor and Juggernaut is always good. I think so anyway. And yeah, having things like fire breathing is good for these fights, especially just because these are annoying. Although, not going to have... Oh yeah, we'll have enough armor for that, it's fine. We'll just... Boof. Knock 1 down. Then they are stunned, they cannot buff. Very sad looking birds. So we will try and prevent him from doing anything. I suppose. Or just because we have a lot of random energy gain, it's fine to occasionally just play the one-off turn. And I just don't usually like Whirlwind spending all of our energy. It's good damage though, yeah, so you're alright. We don't have our Juggernaut, I'm dumb. I was wondering why we weren't doing damage. So... Clash. I suppose. But Clash is fine if you have a lot of defend cards. It's fine having Clash because you can just play all your defend cards, the Juggernaut still does damage, and then you have Clash to just as a free damage anyway. So we can either... Oh, we can't knock anyone down, so we might as well just take him out. Flare power... No, we're fine. We're not taking any damage as it is, so... Hey, it's fine. I haven't gone into this game for a while, so it's always good to get some opinion. Yeah, this is the kind of hand that's where it kind of sucks. Because we haven't lined up with our energy gain, we haven't got quite... we're not quite being efficient. We don't have any armor for body slam. We have our Orichalcum, so at least we're going to have some block. Yeah, as I say, bumpy rides as demonstrated here. Yes, as demonstrated. Well, I can't actually stop any of them at the moment, so I think I'm just going to have to suffer for my actions and just play our juggernaut while it's here. Cleave for what damage it's worth. Body slam doesn't actually do any damage, so yes, that is some damage that I probably didn't need to take. Shrug it off. We got anything? That's fine. So 6 being half, that's only 9 damage, but well, I'd rather knock him out because he's going to. No, I can't because I played the damage. Well. Yeah, I think that's right, but I think it's important to try and just have a goal to work towards, even if the deck, or even if the deck isn't currently there at the moment. I think because picking body slam and juggernaut early on sort of meant I'll admit fire breathing's probably it's not working out as well as I thought it would, but getting body slam and juggernaut and then having finesse and then being able to sort of get the extra block incidentally is good where it is, and trying to work towards something is better than just, well, it was what I had at the time, so there are better builds that could have come up, but well, there's also probably better choices I could have made, but that's the point about trying to become better at games. And also thinking more carefully about my moves and not talking at the same time. Well, they take half damage, 7 damage. Halving everything is very annoying. Oh wait, no, I have fire breathing. I can just... Fire breathing. Yes. Haha! Yes, the 1 damage from fire breathing. It got there. Give me 5 dexterity. Random skill cards, cost 0. Extra 5 dexterity. Getting 5 dexterity will be very good, especially since we have a decent amount of armor gain, just if we have a bad turn and we need to stack some armor. So, 6 poisonous damage. Oh yes, the art in this game is gorgeous, always. And this, I do in particular like the city. I think we go to a skill potion. And do I really want any of this? I don't think I want any of this. Pommel Strike is fine. We definitely don't want another body slam. I think body slam is not being consistent enough. It was fine early on, but yeah, we need oh, what's it called? Barricade, the thing that stacks armor. But then again, we don't have enough energy for that. We could do. That's it. Yeah, I don't think we want any of this. We don't want to dilute our deck with unnecessary cards. We don't want to take cards just because they're there. Righty then. So, the cleave. What are these? Whenever you play a counter power card, random card costs 0 that turn. Well, make fire breathing worth it. It makes Juggernaut less of a pain to use as well. Starts with 1 artifact. Negate a debuff is it's okay. Skill 0 indicate skill exhausted. No. Rest may add a card. Power through and Fiend Fire. Oh yes, exhausting wounds would be interesting. But then I don't know if that's too inconsistent as well. Well, Fiend Fire is just a decent finisher, I suppose. Well, even though I've exhaust, so we You don't have to literally burn through a whole deck. My favourite colour is blue. Well, can't you clearly see my favourite colour is red? Is there anything you want to get rid of? Well, that depends. I think maybe. Yeah, power through plus body slam is always good. Yeah, I think so. I concur. Although I'm going to wounds. I think having the wounds though and that makes clash a lot worse. So I think I'd rather not have a dead card lingering around. So I think I'll get rid of that while I'm here. Although was I intending to go that way? I was intending to go that way, but we'll see how this goes. Oh, I do like bites. Oh, we can lose our blood vial to get that for free. That seems way worth it, because getting the guaranteed 2 healing, we're probably going to use at least 1 bite per fight. So that makes it a lot. I think that's just a straight upgrade, honestly. And getting rid of all the strikes is good. Yeah, just get rid of the blood vial. I don't mind. Free healing. So we either go left side or middle. Oh, A20. Oh, Ascension 20. Right. I only briefly touched on Ascension before. This is a new save, clearly back, just so I can start from the beginning again, because it's been a while since I probably played through this game. I'm assuming Ascension 20 is the cap, if that's the benchmark. I think, would I rather go up the middle? Well, I have a shop. Well, I can either waste a run with the shop, or I can get to the mystery there. In exchange for getting 3 mysteries up here. And getting 2 fires. Let me just find more. Yeah, I think it's fine to just waste a shop run in exchange for getting 2 elites and a bunch of unknowns, as well as a couple of. Do you get an extra? Is there an extra one? Yeah, there's an extra campsite as well. Yeah, why not? Randy Merchant. There's a Randy. Oh, hey. Ghostly armor. That's pretty okay. Yeah, fine. Yeah, maybe I'm going a bit too ham on the block at this point. Oof. Oh, I always hate the Taskmaster. Well, we'll gain up block. Because just to try and negate this. I can play the Berserk now, but then I'm going to end up. I think I just need to try and kill. I think I need to kill the ads, but then he doesn't have much more health. I think. Well, I've got. Please, nah. I think I'll just try and take one out and leave it there. But Berserk. Oh, it takes so much more damage though. But we have so many expensive things. We don't have that many. But I'd just like to play everything. I think I'll give it to Miss this turn because there's going to be a. Well, there's a rest between there and then. But I don't want to have to use it. We gave up our blood vial to swap all of our strikes for bites, which heal us and do more damage. So it's basically a very good trade. basically upgraded all of them for it. Well, not quite. Well, they do less damage than if we upgraded them, but they heal us, which is technically an upgrade. Yeah, fire breathing, I see. Once they start having not insignificant amounts of health, fire breathing is less than ideal. So yeah, they're just coming in swinging, aren't they? It's fine, because here we go. At 2. We can wound and fiend fire. Is there anything we'd want to... We don't really want, do we want to burn... Well, we're going to have to burn something, because we can't play everything. I think power through armor fiend fire. We lose the cleave, but then we get some tidy damage on somebody. I think that's what we need to do. We need to try and take some of these out as soon as we can. Oh, has he volunteered? So we burn 4 cards, so that's 28 damage. So I think burning this Slay Burrow, so we can knock him out for 1 next turn. We're still tanking so much damage. I'll be fine. Once we take 1 out, it should be a lot more manageable. Okay, so we can dispose of him now at least. Draw some block. Maybe we can randomly kill him with Juggernaut. What's the dream anyway? So, shrug it off, Iron Ray. Body Slam's going to be quite good this turn, I think. Well, we shrug it off regardless, I think, if we're going to Body Slam. Or do we want to heal? Body Slam's going to do a lot of damage. Oh, come on. Yes, finesse again. Come on, come on. Oh my god, please hit him. I'll just Iron Wave him. Okay. And then we'll Body Slam this gentleman. Okay. We're bleeding a bit, but that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Well, we can just do this. We can take him out, heal a bit, and then we'll block for 6. So we'll only take damage. That's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're good. Just play out our hand. I'm dumb. I shouldn't have done because our Chalken's better. I saw the numbers. I had to play it. I had to play equal. It was too even. Well, now playing everything is fine. We will do a hefty bit of damage. We'll gain our extra energy, why not? So this is where we should be. Just stacking a bunch of armor and smacking for a decent amount of damage every time. Oh, and we can get some free healing in too. Yeah. The boot. Do 4 less damage. Okay, so if we just do like or attack damage, that does not count for fire breathing, sadly. But that's fine. Just a nice, decent. Is that the Super Mario World one? The boot that you climb inside and bounce around in. Play weak. Flame barrier plus. That's a lot of block. Have you attacked, deal 6 damage back. So, have a nice, decent Thorns effect for a turn. Deal 10 damage if this kills a non-minion enemy. Raise max HP by 3. That's... Seems like it'd be difficult to line up. And we only get to use it once. I think just Flame Barrier, maybe. Because then that's at least a block damage that is doing damage as well. Now, I'm going to rest to try and make the next elite possibly less lethal. I think I'm going to have to drink some potions. Oh yes, they're the minions with their 6 pixel sticks. Sneaky gremlins. Going to stab us with those 12 pixels they have lined up. The gremlin leader. Okay. Well, I could just deal 10 damage to all of them, which would probably be decent this turn because we don't have a way to actually negate a lot of this damage, so at least take a decent amount of damage off the board. And the question is, do we body slam or do we bite for heal? We take the 2 extra HP over the extra 1 damage. That's an extra HP difference versus. His intentions are unknown, but presumably he is going to summon more goons. So we will just take the chance to negate one of our vulnerable turns while we can. Yes, indeed, he has summoned more goons. Well, we can at least get Juggernaut going, which might make getting rid of these a bit easier. We can power through an Iron Wave. Hopefully, at least one of the Juggernaut stacks hits this one. Yes, exactly, that. Oh yes, I see it. God, I forgot about the end guy. I haven't seen him in a long time. So, intends to block and use a buff, so he's intending to gain some armor and prevent us from doing anything. Well, or buff, presumably his minions, the fat gremlin. Well, I can just not use any abilities. Oh, I probably want to use the ghostly armor just to keep it, maybe. We'll play our fire breathing. I guess we shrug it off and see if there's anything better to play. Or we finesse. Ah, good. It's fine. The city, it's a very strange architecture going on. We have a lot of weird mounds in the background. Although I like the fact that they have all the lights on. So that, yes, the city is very much still populated. A little bit ominous. I can keep disposing of the minions, but then that's not really progressing, is it? Give them some more vulnerable, heal a bit. And this gremlin's not that bad. He gives us less attack, but it's fine if it stops him summoning more, if we just leave this one up. Oops. We won't power through, it's not worth the extra 5 damage because we don't need the block. Or is he going to summon more anyway? How rude of him. Ooh, we have a lot of mana available, so let's Flame Barrier. It's just... That's an extra... Well, that's either 6 damage to all enemies or an extra 5 damage to this. Well, if I do this and it hits him, then it doesn't... Let's just release that. Yeah. So fine. Ah! Enemies in Elite's combats have 25% less HP, so Elites automatically have already taken a quarter of their health. That's very helpful. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. I don't think we have anything that makes us lose health, though. No, so all of those powers that are lose 1 health and draw a card, or lose 1 health and do whatever. That's the synergy. There's a pile flex. Nah, we're not really a flex deck, I don't think. Or headbutt. Ah, we'll just move along. We have our free chest. Ornamental fan. Whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Well, that's helpful if we have a low block hand. I think we're going to have to heal again. Those were a rough couple of elite fights. Oh, and now we have this. We either lose all of our gold, 71, or we fight them. Well, I don't mind losing 71 gold. Whoa, you just asked nicely. Cool, well. That was nice of them. Ah, you can take a relic on a 50% chance to get an unplayable curse. Oh, innate. So innate means it starts off in our hand. And there isn't a way to get rid of it before the boss. Well, 50-50 is fine, right? Yeah, free relic. Free relic, it's fine. So at the start of each combat, everybody has 1 vulnerable. That's nice to get some early damage in. More free stuff. More free stuff. C5 apparitions. Lose 44 max HP. Don't know if I would like to accept this power. So gain 1 intangible. I think intangible means that we only take 1 damage for that round. But we get 5. But we have to play them because they're ethereal and they exhaust, so we lose them. But we lose all of our HP. I don't think so. I'm okay. I will not accept your dark power, ghosts. Right, so we're here with some bird cultists. Bird people, I hear. We'll just Juggernaut and bash one. Oh, they all started vulnerable, so I could have taken advantage. But it's a nice opening to play Juggernaut. And we get our free hit in. They all perform their ritual, which is then gaining 3 strength every turn, which is pretty painful, actually. So doing 18, so I can block that, or I can gain extra energy and take even more damage. I think I'm fine just doing this. Not taking anything for now. Haha, got him. But now it's stacking up quite quickly. Shrug it off. Flamebearer. 16, so 27, 16, 24. So we can, if we do this, and then we also iron, we negate the damage. And now they're taking damage back. See, that's just straight profit. Yeah, well, okay, well, we need... You can see this is becoming a problem very rapidly. So we can burn everything to kill one, or we can gain 12. Well, gaining 12 is literally exactly the same as getting rid of one. But we can do more damage, because we're burning 5, we can deal 35, or we can kill this one, which is going to be the most difficult one. And it's equivalent exchange. We were still going to take a lot of damage anyway. Okay. Iron Wave. Should have Iron Waved first, but fortunately luck was on our side. Just game block and body slam. Good. Although, I should have healed. I keep forgetting we have random extra healing. Armaments, gain 5 block, upgrade a card for the rest of combat. We do have a lot of unupgraded stuff. Extra random block. We do have... sure. Now, do we heal for the boss? How confident are we feeling? You know what? I'm feeling very confident. Probably shouldn't, but I do. Yeah, let's upgrade Juggernaut. We do getting that extra damage would be pretty good. We can find it anyway. The champ, the king. Extra block. Heal more HP. Do damage equal to your block for free. Let's do that. So we only gain 16 or 10. We'll do this. We'll do that. Hit him. And then hit him. Yes. I mean, look at it. Isn't this the most Chad knight you've ever seen? Oh, this turn's a bit rough though. Oof. 6 block. Oh god. Well. No, I'm dumb. I keep forgetting the Orichalcum. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. Try and stem what bleeding you can. That is a slap in the face. Oh my god, he just keeps making me more vulnerable and frail. Smack him while he's not smacking you. Call that a weapon? He's making me even weaker. Got so many debuffs. Situation is dying. Well, maybe I shouldn't have been so confident when I refused to heal. Just maybe. I'll just heal, I'll just block through that. I just keep stacking the buffs, please stop. So we can upgrade that. Ghost. We'll struggle to first. Finesse. One extra armor. Okay, 9 total. Okay, so we can block everything. He's not going to add any more status effects somehow. No, here they are. Well, we might as well add 2 vulnerable on top, because, you know, what else would we be doing? Just hit. Get our Orichalcum hit him. So vulnerable. Well, at least we lost the minus block one. Oh, he's intending to use a buff. That's nice of him. Hit him for what we can. Defeat impossible. 6 strength. Wow. That's very bad. Well, I think we're going to need this. which gives us an extra 5 dexterity gained. So this will block us for 7. This will block us for 21. This will block us for 12. I should have done that, but I guess since I didn't, I'll try and heal more. Well, that should be fine. I think we're still going to take damage. Yes, we only took 4 damage. 33, of course. Just try and sustain. We're getting there. Should I poison? I think I need to poison, otherwise I don't think I'm going to make it through. That extra few damage might make the difference, especially when I'm getting this low. Body slam. Alright, we're getting there. Oh, that's a lot of armor. That's a lot of damage. Well, let's play out our whole hand and see what happens. Well, I guess it. Oh, well, no, it won't be it. We have our lizard tail, which is now used up. Well, I mean, no, just... Well, now all tension has gone. Probably didn't need to poison him, seeing that. It's fine. Ooh, power potion. So after your turn, gain 2 strength. That's very expensive, but we just become stronger. Like, this seems like it'd be really bad for average fights, but seems like it'd be really good for bosses. So is it worth having? Or do we just take extra cards? Yeah, let's take it. That's fun. It's a fun card. Maybe we can get an extra way to have energy in here. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. So, for 5 cards. So currently, that would be 5 times 4, so we'd heal 12 HP whenever we went into a rest site. Or we can get extra energy but can no longer see what the enemy intends to do. Or gains thing at the start of your turn, maybe you obtain a non-boss chest, open a curse. So every time we open a chest, we get a curse. Or we heal for free. Healing for free seems good, especially because our deck is a little bit large at this point, so we'll take that. To the beyond! So where have we got? Thanks to our elite relic, we can now actually probably do... Oh, we can fight 3! Is it too daring? Probably. Let's do it. There's 3. This is the last act. Well, we'll just... Should I tank through the whole thing? It's 29, or I can cleave them all for, what? 50% extra, so 12. Or I can just... Yeah, I think cleaving all for 12 is pretty good for the first turn. Especially because they're now going to do an extra 6 damage to themselves on top of that. I suppose in 2 turns, dealing 30 damage. Oh. Well, we probably want to dispose of them as quickly as we can. Just burn these 2 to kill this one. Unplayable ethereal. I'll put it in the top of the deck. Oh, we'll kill him. Oh wait, no, he's going to explode. Oh god. Well, he won't explode now. So yes, we've gone from the lovely city to Bone. The Bone Beyond. Yes, this is what we want. End of your turn, gain 4 block. We need more of them. Fight a boss from Act 1 to obtain a rare relic. Upgrade all cards you can't heal. You gain 999 gold. Become curse normality. Get 2 normality. Is there a shop nearby? There's a shop over there, but we can only remove a card once, so we'd have to keep one of them. Let's fight an Act 1 boss. Which is this boyo. You can power body slam fiend fire. Well, he's vulnerable. Yeah, but you know, 62 damage is good on turn 1, I think. Yes, he is the Hexaghost. Oof. That's a lot of damage though. I just go up to 20, but that's still 40 something. Yes. Well, now that's back down to 6, so that's nice. I thought it would make it cheaper. Well, that's my fault. Yes, give me all the armor. I wasn't even going to be able to play Bash anyway, so. So, if we end our I think if we end our turn with no armor, we gain the 6 from Orichalcum first, then we gain the 4 from that. So if we do this, we should go up to 10 armor. Indeed, we do. We can gain 10 armor for free. But we still haven't found our juggernaut, sadly. But we can gain a lot of armor. Oh. Ugh. Is that better? Was that because... Oh. Was that because I was getting quieter or the music was being louder? Because I turned myself up. Is that the wanted alternative? Okay. Well, let's turn that, and then if I just... Oh, put that down a bit. There. Well, it's dramatic. And now we're being burned. Burned alive. Let's shrug off the burn. We'll bash and wave and defend. You know, maybe this wasn't worth it for a relic. Maybe I wasn't as strong as I thought I would be for this. So I can cleave and bite and then gain the 10, so I'll do that. Because I think they'll be 2 different instances of armor gain, so I think he'll take 14. Yes, he does. Man, Orichalcum plus Metallicize is very good. Now just tank, 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 kill. Yes, now give me my relic. What do I get? The Stone Calendar. At the end of turn 7, deal 52 damage to all enemies. Yeah, sure. Why not? So I gain more strength or more block. I mean, obviously I'm taking more block. What else would I take? What do we have in here? The winding halls. The constant whisperings in the back of your head aren't helping. Okay. So, receive 2 madness. So we reduce something's cost to 0 for the whole combat, to lose 11 HP. We become cursed to heal, or we lose 4 max HP by not doing anything. I don't mind the madnesses, they seem okay. It's pay 1 mana to make something 0, so they basically always pay for themselves. I suppose you discard a card, but it might be worth it later. Oh, let's give it a go. We'll become mad, why not? So where are the elites? There, and there. Okay. We'll go through the shop. I like gold. Obtain additional copy of a card in your deck. Ooh, every 10th attack you deal double damage. Ooh, or start with 1 strength. Or we can have more metallicize, which honestly I think is actually really good. Yeah, we'll just get another metallicize. More armor gain. Oh, can I? Oh, it's too expensive to remove something. I don't think any of these are worth having. Wait, maybe a potion. Draw 3 cards. Gain 5 dexterity. Yeah, we'll do this. This saved us last time. I mean, it didn't really because we still died, but it might have made a difference. So we can either fight him, then fight an elite. We can go there and... So we can either for sure fight an elite, so we can go through... Ah, let's do this and see how this goes. Ooh. So we can engineer this. So if we block, bite this fluffer, then madness. Hey, free demon form. If other creatures are still alive, revive in 2 turns. Oh, so you have to kill them all within a short span of each other. Maybe we just stall out for 5 more turns. Good madness and hopefully hit one of these. Sure. Yeah, sad. We'll just flame barrier. Take that damage. Just through it. Although, wait, actually there's way more damage. Okay. Well, we're gaining strength, that's fine. Maybe... I think just stalling through at this point is probably our best plan. Just keep them all lowish. Hopefully knock them all out in one fell swoop. Oh, well, we're just going to defend, so... Oof. Okay, well. Well, we're going to take some damage. We could have killed one. Could have just killed one to take less damage. Calendar! Oh, at the end of turn 7. So if I just... Yes! More metallicize. Now, do I fight the elite at 39 HP? No, that's just asking to die. So we heal 18. So we can smith. Let's just heal more. I'm not going to be too brazen at this point. Well, this is a shop anyway, apparently. Exactly. instant block. These bad. Nah, just been one of these for a block. Upgrade. That doesn't an upgrade. Make metallicize better. Make one of these cost 0, so it's not actually a downside. Oh, yeah. Just the maximum amount of armor gain per turn. Wow, whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. Wow. Doesn't work when we're literally right before the boss, or right before the end. Amazing. By the way, each of these counts as a floor. So it doesn't mean going from one boss to the next, it means literally going like room by room. And you lose it whenever you spend gold. So yes, if we got this on the first floor, it would have been great. So now we have a big head. And big head takes more damage whenever we play a card. But then it goes away every turn. So upgrade the bite. And do the maximum amount of damage. And he is counting down ominously. Which demon form. Since he's not doing anything for now. Now we gain 14 armor for free. So did I say 14? I meant 16. Oh, I ruined it. Well, it's still fine, but at least the potential. So now he's going to up his damage. We shall power through it, however. Should have been fired back. Why are we still here? I counted down and everything. I guess madness. Madness. So we gotta play everything first, make sure he takes the most damage. Gain our 12. You cannot touch us. Although he's definitely trying. Deal 15 damage, so that's still really a lot. Yeah, take that 52 damage from the calendar. Doesn't really seem that perturbed, honestly. Just gain massive gains. Ignore the wounds. The wounds are unnecessary. Goodbye. Not. He's still going. Ooh. Oh, fixed that up royally. Should have made that cost 0. Well, I could have played both, but still wouldn't have killed him. Yes, his number be growing, but so be our number. So we can just chomp him. We gain 2 potion slots. Wow. Each time you lose HP, it costs 1 less. Deal 22 damage. When we play an attack card, gain 3 block. Well, this is probably going to end up being free pretty much consistently, so I think that's good. Oh, we fell. What do we lose? Ooh. I think we actually lose a defend at this point. Do we lose a bite? No, I think we lose a bite. We'd rather be tanky. Elite Part 2, Snake. We don't know what the snake is up to. So we gain 4-6. No, just 14. We bite one of them. No. We'll bite for the extra damage while it's here. Stab. Oh no, that's bad. That's real bad. Oh, that's really bad. Oh god. Leave. Defend. Well, she just, yeah, she just keeps summoning them. Okay. Oof. Shrug. Jeez. This is big damage. Oh god. But hey, yeah, this is free now. We'll just kill this. Ramp up our armor. Right, keep the armor gains going as much as we can. 24. Gay. Well, we can go up to 25 armor. Or 26. Keep losing our attack. Oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. Quick, get her. Yes. Oh, and the calendar. Great timing. Oh, every time, the first time you lose HP, draw 3 cards. Oh, okay. It's also normal attack cards, 16 damage, use 6 HP, gain 3 energy, draw 3 cards. This seems good, just for a big burst turn. Losing 6 HP is fine, I think. Oh, free chest. Ancient Tea. Whenever we enter a rest site, start the next combat with 2 energy. Make a good first turn. Especially since there's always one before a boss. What? Upon losing HP, loses that much strength until the end of battle. Until the end of the turn. Dies in 5 turns. So we just need to damage him enough that he doesn't get through our armor. Okay, right. Well, with Juggernaut that should be a lot easier. Since it doesn't matter how much specifically we're doing, because he's just going to die. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good Juggernaut time. Ooh, he's getting strong. Can I Fiend Fire? No, I don't think so. I think because it gains 8 and makes him lose 3. Oh god. It's not actually going to hit kind of hard in this round. 15. Okay, so this is his last turn. Okay. He does damage. So that would be 22 damage down. I think this. Yeah, that's the best I could do. Well, that's fine. He's gone. Poof. We don't want any of that. Okay. So we immediately heal a bit, and then we'll heal some more. And here we go. Enemy intends to attack for 20 damage. Heals 10 HP. Whenever you play a power card, gains 1 strength, and he is joined by these bozos. Okay, well let's... How much is this? For 5 cards. Well, let's go all in. You're gonna be getting even more cards. Okay. Right. Juggernaut. Oh. If you play a power, gains 1 strength. I think it's worth it to do for the metallicizers. And that should be basically all of the actual... we can get the extra bits in. Alright, well that's fine, that's fine. We got our main cards down, what we need. Hopefully we can just dispatch these two before they get out of hand. Okay. Gain slightly more strength again, but that's fine. Take a slight chunk, a slight chip. Okay, now he's getting strong. Let's just kill this one. Okay. Well, that's big damage. Oh, Van. Oh, God. 16 armor per turn is okay. Still not enough to get through this much damage. Jeez. Drink. Take a drink. Free bite. Free bite with every bite. Actually, I probably need the next extra potion. Okay. Hey, free block. No. It's not even worth that because he gets the extra damage. It's not worth doing that because we're still blocking him. Yes, that 52 damage going to come in. Let's upgrade from this. Damage we're going to take, but that's fine. Shrug. Finesse. Thankfully we're cycling through our deck quite quickly because it's not very big. So we can just keep doing what we need to do. Oh, you require energy to play. So yes, now that we're set in, it should be fine. Although he still hasn't awakened yet. Whatever that ominously means. isn't even his final form. I like the fact the calendar keeps counting, even though it's been after turn 7. Let's just upgrade that, because we're going to play it at every opportunity. Let's do that. Wait, that's a lot of damage. Well, he's just sort of crouched down. He's got a very small sword in him. Okay. Alright. Is that... No? Oh! Okay, 46. Well... He's not getting bonuses from power, so let's... We got a good, None of these are very good. I mean, 1 HP to deal 5 damage? I mean, I guess we can go for that. Seeing as hopefully we'll be regenerating thanks to bites. So we'll gain 16, so we'll go up to 41. I'd rather just block everything at this point when I can. Oh, we don't... That directly loses HP. The armor doesn't block that. Okay, so we just killed ourselves in 26 turns. So what happened to our demon form? Did we exhaust it? We did. Okay, that might have been a problem. I suppose I didn't realise I needed it. We can get away with 1 defend. He's also healing 10 every turn, which is irritating. Because I don't have an extraordinary amount of damage. Actually, I mean, I'm doing pretty decent damage with the Jungle Void. Now this card is drawn, lose 1 energy. Ouch. Thankfully we're gaining so much armor, we're basically negating his damage. It's just hopefully he doesn't have any kind of power up. Do we gain extra energy? Well, this goes away, shouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we are still healing underneath all the others, thanks to the bites. Yeah, he's just going to start channeling Void. Okay, that's 36. That's painful. So that's currently 32, so Iron Wave is fine. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I miscounted badly. Okay, this is fine. Just take through that. This is going to be close. That's 48. Oh boy. Is that it? I don't think that's quite it. Oh my god, is that exactly dead? Wow. Well. Just my luck. As if there could be a more cursed ending. We get unlocks, yay! Woo! But yes, you get your score for everything you did. We climbed every floor, we killed almost every boss. So yeah, the first floor is the Exordium, the second floor is the City of Elite City, and then it's Beyond. And you kill 2 bosses. Have 4 copies of any non-starter card. Really? Oh, Metallicize, I'm guessing. Yes. Also bites. And these cards we have now unlocked permanently for future runs. Wow, we can limit break. Sure, whoa. And we also got the new character. Woo. Well. Well, did they do another... No, let's Let's do one more. Let's do one more with the new character. Let's see how that goes. I am Niao. Reach the boss to receive more blessings. So now we have this giant whale boy called Niao, who gives us blessings at the start of the run. So enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. So the key use of this is if we can get to an elite within 3 combats, which we conveniently can, we can start off an elite fight with 1 HP and get basically a free item. So let's try that. Niao's Lament. So unfortunately we have to lose 1 immediately because of this. Oh yeah, so the this one, the Silent, has a lot less health, but their thing is that they start each combat with 2 extra cards in hand, and they get an extra blocking thing. Well, they get an extra block card that gives them more block, and a free card that also applies weak, so it means that they do less damage. But it doesn't matter because we're just going to kill him instantly. Deal 10 damage. If it starts a card, gain 2 mana, gain 4 block, next turn gain 4 more block. I'll go with that. So now we have to hope that there are not 2 enemy fights along here. Okay, it's good. Well, of course we're going to gain some gold. Who cares about losing HP? It's gold. Okay. Speaking of gold, we will obtain more gold. We'll just take more damage. It'll be fine. Yeah, actually, can you heal me from some of that gold that I got? Thank you. Oh, we're doing really well. Oh, we get a chest as well. An old coin. Wow, we gain even more gold. Man, this is the big money run. And we will smith. So we'll make something. I'll make this better because it's gain 6 and then gain 6 again. So double value. And then here we go. We get an elite with 1 HP. The dream. And there he goes. Would you look at that? We get another relic. And we have so much gold. Oh my god. Apply 5 poison. I think poison's pretty good, so I'll go with that. And then Smith. We shall upgrade one of our blocks, like I usually do, to make them not so terrible. Then we get even more gold. Start with strength. Wow. And then unfortunately we just lose our other blessing on this random slimes. But hey, what can you do? We got a free relic. What's there to complain about, really? More poison. So it's obviously the more poison you can get on one person, the more damage it does per tick. So the more valuable it is. So if we do this, it'll do 10 damage and then it'll also put 3 poison. And then I think poison goes through armor as well, so this won't save him. So we can in fact then just block for 5 and then poison this one. And then that'll die to poison. And then that one will take 5. We block it. Haha. Good job, louse. We could do a sick backflip. This card is discarded, gain 1 mana. No, we've got to do sick backflips. And it's this one. We don't happen to get both poisons in starting hand, but we could do a decent amount of damage to him on the first turn, so we'll go with that. Sleepy Lagavulin. Do a flip, gain some block, do some poisoning, and we're good. Just adding more damage in. stack the armors. Aha, well he is weak. Oh, I love poison. Doing the big damage. We'll discard that. We'll just gain armor. No point drawing cards if we're just going to immediately discard them again. And then we can just pass turn, kill him. Aha. We can just kill him. Aha. Whatever's easier, I suppose. Whenever you apply poison, apply one more poison. Oh, that's so good. So gain more tangible. Scared ghost in the jar. Let's discard one. Yeah. Let's get a relic, because we can just get rid of the curse. So you obtain a curse, increase your magic speed. Wow. How convenient. And then because we have so much gold, let's just go and immediately get rid of it. Aha. Cheat the system. End of 3 turns, so that's what that means. I think more block. Getting a free attack every turn seems pretty good. Then we can combine it with Shuriken. Yes, yes. Perfect. Alright. Smith, what can we make better? Make that. Make more poison. We can make this start in our hand, which is what we would want actually. Now we're up against Slime Boss. You can tell he's the boss because he has a tiny head. Oof. Much slime. We don't know what he's up to. Just keep stacking our shuriken. Getting that strength. And then to our shiv power. That's 35 damage, we don't want that, but I think if we just do this first. Can we get our... no. Discard that. If we do that, yes. He is interrupted, because he is going to divide into 2 large slimes. Dispose of these 2. This puts a small slime. Unfortunately, they get rid of the poison, so that's slightly annoying, but they. We can kill them. Just block some of that damage. Just backflip. Shiv, can we get him to get upset? Oh, we can just do this. Snicker. There we go. Awesome. Into intangibility, it's like you turn, lose 1 dexterity. So we reduce all damage taken and HP lost to 1, but we lose 1 thing from block every turn. Or we can obtain a random potion. Ooh. We'll deal 13 damage to all enemies. No, that's pretty good. Start of each turn. Draw 1 additional card. Ooh. We just get an extra card every turn. Yeah, no, let's go with that. Upgrade our ring. Alright, well, there we go. Do a floor with the silent with her poison-based stuff. But anyway, I think that is going to be it for the time being. So we have Slay the Spire, the roguelike card game, which sort of produced its own genre that it basically stole from, but was so popular and slick and just very nice looking that it created a whole spanning genre of roguelike card games, which I am very pleased about. Indeed. So yes. But yes, thank you for